Francesco. Of course, EC GMP guide is the basis, but can you give an outlook? What would be the interference, the potential interference between PEECs and EC GMP?
So I can give you a very super unofficial response. I would say that even now, some regulators actually still held you accountable to. So this is actually, I'm not answering anymore as a former regulator. I'm answering as a current experience. So some regulator, in a way, say, okay, that's part 4. We still want you to adhere to volume 4. So essentially to the old Annex 2 that doesn't exist any longer. Generally speaking, will be something similar, because we know that Annex 2, so that the Annex 2A to differentiate will be adopted by some of the PICS countries, so essentially not European ones. So if you want to go into multiple markets, you always have to go through the higher standard in a way. I mean, it's easier for you rather than to meet multiple standards. So I would say that we, for example, we as Adaptimmune will follow that approach, right? So that's inspection-wise is probably the strategy that you want to approach. It's the same thing that really is happening. It was happening even before this divergence with the FDA. The FDA GMP and PICS GMP. So every company will make a gap assessment, and if you are in multiple markets, you will go with the higher standard, because that way you're sure that you are meeting both. The difference here is that even if you are in a single market, you probably still, and you technically are only compelled to follow the part 4. There is a risk that someone will come and say, but we really want you to look at that. Now, legally speaking, I'm not sure, I'm not a lawyer, but I was told that even in European legislation, there is no rule that prohibits you to go higher, right? So yes, you cannot ask as a member state to follow the rules in volume 4, and in this case part 4, but there is nothing preventing you to say, in addition, we also want you to follow these other rules, which were the old one or the PICS rules, whatever. It is happening. This is like, I'm talking as my experience in the industry at the moment, but again, I'm not a lawyer, so I'm not the person that is telling you whether that is legally okay or not. That's a question for someone else.
Yeah.